It's Round on the Ground again on Red TV. I am Jide and I have Vincent and Ifeanyi. How are you guys doing today?
Mixed feelings.
Ifeanyi, you are not going to say anything?
No. Speechless.
Okay. Well, about everything is known now. The semi-finals were decided. The third place match decided. Okay. We have only the final. You guys were so confident that Nigeria was going to be in the final. Vincent, what happened?
I think we are not technically sound. We failed to... we didn't have a plan B, let me just put it that way, because definitely the Algerians nullified all our game plans. Talking about our only plan, basically, which was to play through the wings, get our fast players moving. But then the Algerians came with a game plan to basically nullify our wingers, and they did that very well. But unfortunately, we didn't come with a plan B, and that's really affected the game, and that's why we basically lost the game.
Okay, I think one of the things that the viewers at home would really want to know is what did Nigeria learn between the way we lost against Argentina in the World Cup and now? Because there are a lot of similarities between these two games. We were on the back foot from beginning of the match till the end. Yeah. Our coach only made one substitution in this game. We kept the other substitutions, and then we conceded late goals. You know, what do you think the Super Eagles really learned over that time? Do you think we really learned anything?
I don't think we learned, the Super Eagles learned anything, or I would rather say Gernot Rohr, because looking at Gernot Rohr, he's a very cautious coach when it comes to substitutions, and most of his subs come like in the 15 late minutes of the game. And looking at the game against Algeria too, the subs came late, just one sub. And you now removed one of our very effective wingers and put someone that couldn't dribble much. So I think that was the problem. And also, the only difference was the formation. We played 3-5-2 against Argentina. We played 4-3-3. And the coach couldn't reinvent his formation to counter the Algerians.
I actually thought that we should have switched to a 4-5-1 against the Algerians, because they were using the flanks. They were running us down on the flanks. They were doubling up on the guys we had in front. And we had three in the middle. Etebo and Ndidi were tired massively, and you could see how lethargic they were towards the end of the game, which led to Benacer hitting the post and all of that. So, I mean, when you look at that match, we are inclined to believe that our problem was more tactical than technical, even though we will agree that the Algerians were more technical than our team. Yeah. In the light of this, do you think we have come to the point where we should tell Gernot Rohr to say, okay, maybe goodbye, maybe we need somebody else to take the team further? Vincent?
This is actually a difficult one, but I still feel there's time. He still has the time, because one, he has met his target. His target was to get us to the semi-finals, and I think the NFF has already stepped in to ensure it becomes more technically sound, more aware of the game, by sending him on a course. Understand that they are going to send him on a course, a coaching study with Bayern Munich. So let's just hope that would make him a better coach, would help his technicality and his ability to read games.
Okay, that appears to be a deviation from what usually happens with Super Eagles. Yes. You hardly hear stuff like this. I mean, what's your impression?
I think, would I say Amadou Pinnick, the NFL president, wants to make a name for himself, and he has seen that the team actually performed beyond our imagination. I don't think any Nigerian fan expected the Super Eagles to get to the semi-finals. To be honest, nobody expected us to beat the Cameroonians, and we beat them, we beat the South Africans. We got to the semi-final, which, according to what Vincent said, or which truly was our target in this tournament. So I just feel that it's, would I say, something that has been happening since Amadou Pinnick became the NFL president. He has been trying to improve the national team. If you notice, there has been remarkable differences, which includes injecting young players into the team. That was how Alex Iwobi became. That was how Olaina came into the team, and probably Chuba Akpom, who did not make the team. It's actually a shift in the right direction for us, totally.
Okay. Vincent, let's look at the second semi-final. Okay. Senegal got into the final after both teams lost penalties.
Yeah. It was actually a shocking a shocking match. Why would I say so? Because
Or should we say it
I
was a
wouldn't-
match that nobody really wanted to win?
yeah, you could basically say so because it seemed a bit boring, I'm to say. Both teams didn't really come out as I did expected. I expected more technical abilities from both teams, but I don't know, we could say maybe they were exhausted from playing over 4 games already, or 5 games. And so you could say probably fatigue may have played in. That's why they could not really put on their boots and play the game the way we Africans or international viewers would want to view the game. But then Senegal coming on top, I think it's good for we West Africans. At least we know we have a team in the final. So let's just hope that they go on to win the trophy.
Okay. Before we go on to talk about the 3rd place match and then the final match, I would like to ask you, Ifeanyi, do you think that the 2 teams in the final deserve to be there?
Of course they do. Judging by how they've played the tournament and judging by the kind of players they have, Senegal has been strong in the tournament. They don't really play fantastic football, but they get the job done. Algeria actually plays fantastic football, but prior to the semi-final, Algeria has scored 11 goals and conceded just once. So you can say that both teams were the strongest teams in this tournament, apart from maybe Nigeria and Morocco, which Morocco that crashed out in the 2nd round. So I believe that Senegal and Algeria, they deserve to be in the final.
Okay.
Sure.
For the 8th time, Nigeria won the bronze. For the 8th time, beating Tunisia.
Yeah.
In that match, something stuck out very well, particularly the goalkeeping position, right? Uzoho came in for Akpai, and he did look quite confident.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you make of it, considering that we've all been saying, okay, the goalkeeping position didn't look secure from the beginning? It looked to me like he was better.
I would say probably placing him on the bench has actually made him come back to being a player that we've known him to be. Looking at a goalkeeper that went to the World Cup, that played as our #1 goalkeeper, did very well in the World Cup, and while trying to qualify for the Nations Cup, he dipped in form. Couldn't even make he couldn't even make the goalkeeping. The first, he couldn't even be the first choice goalkeeper in his team. To the fact that he was even loaned out from his team, which was even a team in the 2nd La Liga. So you would see that sitting on the bench has actually made them reason, and that may have at least tried to bring in more confidence to let him say, okay, I need to own this space, which is the first choice of the Nigerian goalkeeper.
Okay. Ifeanyi, what do you make of the 3rd place match? Nigeria won, and we took the bronze for the 8th time.
#1, that's our best right in African football. Getting the bronze in Nations Cup. And also, I feel that we came out to play against Tunisia initially in the game. We had a lot of purposeful attacks through the wings as usual. And we actually played better than Algeria. We knew what we came to do. We knew that we had to collect this bronze medal, 3rd position, to please Nigerians. And the goalkeeping change of goalkeeper actually helped to build confidence for the defenders, because Uzoho is a confident. His ball handling might be bad, but he's a very confident goalkeeper compared to Akpai is very good with ball distribution compared to the other 2 goalkeepers that we had. Probably that's why Roche was using him. But in this game, I noticed that Etebo didn't really have a good game. Chukwueze didn't really have a good game, if we should see it that way. Jamilu Collins had a very good game. Of course, he provided the assist, and well, Igalo finished. So I feel that there was a remarkable improvement in this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed. Kalu came in towards the end of the game, and in quick succession we had free kicks. And the first time he played the free kick, it looked very fantastic. I thought it was a fluke up until he got a chance to play the second one, which was low, and the keeper had to struggle to parry. If we have somebody that is that good with set piece on the bench, I mean, why didn't we use it throughout the tournament? Because a table looked like he was just going to balloon anything.
You know, you can't. Most teams, you know, you can't always start your best, let's say, set piece player if the player doesn't fit into your tactics. So first, you need to think of your tactics, the way you want to approach the game before you would, because obviously every team wouldn't think that they would win free kicks in dangerous areas. You can't always think that way. You just need to get the job done. So start not playing him at the beginning of games. Yes, you can see it as trying to find the right tactics for each game. So, but it's good to know that we have a player that can get the job done when it comes to taking set pieces for us. So we know that it's just for him to develop more, to be at the level of the Messis and the Ronaldos. Then we know, yes, we have a dangerous set piece taker for us.
Yeah.
But overall, I think he did very well.
Igalo got our goal, Ifeanyi, and then he got injured and went out. John Obi Mikel didn't even play the game at all, and it is being rumored that both stars are on the verge of leaving the national team. We might, be seeing them getting retired. How do you think Nigerians would remember Odion Igalo and then John Obi Mikel?
Okay, for Odion Igalo, that miss against Argentina in the World Cup. For John Obi Mikel, our last Olympic journey, when he was a captain. There's a 2005 under 17 when he came second to Mikel, second best player in that tournament. I feel Nigerians have this love, it's more tilted to the hate parts for Odion Igalo because of that miss. Odion Igalo is actually a good striker. He's actually, like I say, a superb striker when it comes to positioning and holding up the ball. But he can get 10 chances and score 6 to miss the 4 important goals, as we saw against Argentina when he got the ball to score and he missed. I could say that he has had a very good career with the Super Eagles and particularly with Ghana Throw. And Nigerian fans might not miss him, but will miss John Mikel Obi.
Would it be very harsh? Because we've seen a lot of Nigerian strikers miss sitters. Yakubu Aibeni, sometimes even Rashidi Yakini towards the end of his career. This is a guy who has scored 5 goals in the Nations Cup. He's probably going to be the top scorer. Why should we remember that miss against Argentina more than anything in his career?
You know, it's more painful when you have an opportunity to beat, let's say, one of our rivals, because we Nigerians see Argentina as one of our rivals when it comes to footballing. But I believe they don't see us as rivals because they always tend to get one over us. But then getting the opportunity to move to the quarterfinal, something that we've not done in a very long time, and our best striker losing such opportunity is something very difficult to forget. Even to today, people still don't forget that of Aigbenis. So it's quite difficult, but hopefully, at least with this golden, with the bronze and him getting the golden shoe or the golden ball, is something that we would also use to remember him. So let's just not use negativity. Let's just forget about the miss, and then let's just say, okay, the current record he has been the, let's hope that he's going to be the highest scorer in the tournament.
Okay, Ifeanyi, what does the future hold for Nigeria with the likes of Chukwueze coming through? How hopeful should we be for the future? Or we've seen quite a number of youngsters play in this competition, some of them quite exciting, not really there yet in terms of level. But, do you see us in the future growing from here, or do we still have to rebuild another team? What do you think the future holds for the Super Eagles with the current players on ground?
First of all, we came with the 3rd youngest team in this tournament, and probably removing Mikel and Igalo would have been the youngest team in the tournament. And I don't see any drastic change in this squad or in the team. We have a bunch of young, hungry players. Our starting central midfielders are not more than 23. our main player now, Alex Iwobi, is about 23. So I just feel that there will be an addition of more young players, probably from the Wakali brothers or from Maduka Okoye from the Bundesliga, and Tyrone Ebuehi has come back from injury in Benfica, so he can come into the team. And we still have Chidozie Awaziem that wasn't dribble past in this tournament. So the future is actually bright for the Super Eagles, and we have players that are trying now to perform due to the fact that Ganotro set a target for our players, which also made Ihan Achono to make the team. So players want to play well in their club to get into the team. So we have a lot of young players that will come through. So the future is very bright.
Okay. So I'm going to start talking about the final with Mahrez versus Sadio Mane. You know, when Mahrez got that free kick against Nigeria, virtually all of us just said, look, this is going to be a goal.
I left the sitting room and went inside the
room. So Riyad Mahrez did win the EPL. Sadio Mane did win the Champions League.
Yes.
And they were both rivals for the EPL with Man City edging Liverpool on just a few points.
Yes.
One of them is likely to become the African Footballer of the Year, right?
Yeah, definitely. But I think Mane is closer to being the best.
So if Algeria wins and Mahrez does well in the final, is Mane still closer?
I think so. I think Mane is still closer because looking at it, I'm sure it's going to even make the Ballon d'Or list and even the FIFA best player list. So I think he's closer. He has done pretty well he did pretty well for his club in the past season, and in the Nations Cup too. We wouldn't say he hasn't been fantastic. He has also done pretty well, scoring 3 goals already, even though he had missed 2 penalties already. But then we would say he has had a good Nations Cup. I still feel he has the edge over Mahrez, and hopefully he can get the gold.
Okay, so I mean, what should we expect to see in the final, considering that the style of these two teams are different? The Senegalese are quite physical. I mean, the Algerians also surprised me against Nigeria with their level of physicality.
Well, Nigeria is not as physical as Senegal. So I expect Senegal to come out in their normal playing three at the back. Just that there is no Koulibaly, so it might be quite difficult for Senegal to beat Algeria, even though I'm rooting for Senegal. But the final will be very, would I say, interesting and sweet because of key battles in some areas. So you see Keita Balde battling against Mandi, or Ghana from Everton battling against Gedura and Feguli. So it would be a very tight game. And also you have this guy from Barcelona, Moussa Wagué, that plays as wing back for Senegal. So he'll be very key for Senegal against Tunisia. So the whole tournament has brought these two teams together, of contrasting styles together. So I feel that it will be a very good battle between the two teams, and it might end in penalties.
Vincent, I'll put you on the spot. Who will win this match?
I just want Senegal to win. That's it. So
okay, you want Senegal to win?
Yes, definitely.
Do you also want Senegal to win?
Yeah, I want Senegal to win, but Algeria might as well beat them.
Well, okay, since you both want Senegal to win, maybe I should just go for Algeria. I actually think that right now they are the best team technically in the competition.
Yes, you're very right. Very right.
Yeah.
But then, looking at it as being West Africans, just trying to support one of our own, and for the fact that it's going to be their first time, if they should win it first time, so it will really be a good record for them. And being Mane being the player that he is to lift the cup, I think I would really want Senegal to have that trophy.
Thank you, Vincent, for coming here today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ifeanyi. Thank you, viewers, for watching. We'll be here next time, Round on the Ground. My name is Jide. See you the next time.